Hey, good morning, everybody. How do you like that? Am I delayed? Good morning, everybody.
I think I'm here.
I think you're here. You look a little foggy this morning, Santa Claus.
I don't know what's happening. Okay, there I am.
Oh, yeah. Some of the technical stuff happening here is new. So I'm closing this out. Good morning,
Good morning.
Santa Claus.
Don't
Winston
laugh
just
at me.
Winston was thrown from his throne earlier because he wouldn't be quiet, so I threw him on the floor. I feel him crawling up my leg to get into his perch where he is now sitting again. Winston, the office bird, and you will hear him. I don't know what to do to shut him up. So, good morning.
Good morning. You remember that one time when you got Winston because of your empty nesting, and then now your bird is acting like your teenagers used to act. So
Yes.
remember that?
And then we had the idea, hey, wouldn't it be a great idea to go get a Great Dane puppy in the wintertime? 11 weeks old, 30 pounds. Yeah.
Great decision.
Winston. I call the dog Winston, and the bird I call Remington. My children I call. Good morning.
Good morning.
You are very Santa Clausy and Christmassy. Merry
Well, guess
Christmas,
why?
everyone.
Merry Christmas because of that. Even though this Santa Claus is not why I celebrate Christmas, but it's
No.
festive.
And I don't like snow. So
I don't.
I'm not promoting snow, although we had snow yesterday. Did you get snow?
We did. We got a lot of snow dumped on us, and then it just got cold, and then it didn't stay. So it's like nothing ever happened.
I know. And trying to potty train a Great Dane puppy during the snow has been just lovely because he seems to think he can't go all the way out into the yard without me following him now. So
Right.
yeah.
Well,
Oh, it's good to be here. So this is the live before Christmas. So we just thought this morning we are just going to take it down a couple notches. We've been too serious the last couple of shows. So we're going to take it down a couple of notches. And we get serious and then we get in trouble when we get serious.
How did we get in trouble? I don't think we got in trouble.
Well, people don't like it when we say truthful things. They don't like it.
Not everybody does. You're right.
Not everybody. Yeah.
But who should say that, would they want to go to somebody that tells them lies all the time?
No, exactly. That is
like, why do we need to filter ourselves? I don't like to filter
myself. No, I don't want a coach that's going to lie to me. I want a coach that's going to give me success. And so that's what we do. And sometimes we lose clients over that. But you know what? We believe in success and we believe in our clients. So Stephanie, it's good to see you.
Hello.
So good to see you. I don't know. She must have known that I was going to talk about her today.
Well, guess what? She probably knows to like, follow, and share because we see her name on Facebook.
That's right. Because last week we didn't see her name. So
no.
Yeah,
so
guys.
Like, follow, and share this page out because without you, we would be hitting a wall called algorithm.
Yes.
And we could not be able to share this good news that we do have, this truthful news that we have with others. So please like, follow, and share this video out.
Hey, I want to welcome a new audience today on both sides, on your side and on my side. I want to welcome our Instagram followers.
Yes.
So Instagram to me is like unknown territory. It's like scary over on Instagram.
It's not that bad.
I want to get to know them. Now, you are in the generation of more the Insta people, right?
I'm in between because I too am learning and I since I not hang out, that sounds terrible. Since I not coach. What is it? I am a life coach. No, I'm not. What am I to you teenagers?
I'm a youth leader. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't think out about what I was.
Yeah.
But they are in the world of Instagram. And so because of that, that's
have to. Yeah. I do TikTok more than I do Instagram. So we just want to say welcome to Instagram. We're so glad you're here. Thank you to Restream and thank you to Instagram for unlocking your API codes so that we are able to stream. That was really, really exciting. So, hey, we're so excited to be here. This is the last show before Christmas. And we just wanted to say, we are sliding into a really, really busy season for health coaches because for some reason, the beginning of the year, everybody starts to think about their health and think about their immortality. Like, suddenly people are like, oh gosh, I've done really, really bad things to my body this year and I need to fix this thing. I was thinking this morning, if you saw my Facebook post, our bodies are just so incredibly made. And
They are.
when we first started our journey, I lost 120 pounds and have kept it off for 7 years. Coach Darcy's lost 70 pounds and has kept it off for the last 4 years. Four.
You're
Yeah.
doing great. Keep going.
Okay. When we started our journey out, I don't know, I won't speak for Darcy. I don't ever want to speak for her, but when I did my journey, I'm like, Renee, the gal who taught me keto, I don't want to know about the pancreas. I really don't care what the pancreas does. I just want to get this body fat off my body and I want to do it the right way. And I don't ever want to do this again. What do I do? And then as we started to study and as I got certified, as you got certified, as we started to look into biohacking and all of this stuff, I am just so fascinated about how our bodies were created and how immaculate and how anybody could believe we just were poof, here we are, the whole evolution thing. How anybody can't believe we don't have an immaculate creator behind us is just overwhelming to me. But we are just crazy created, and the audacity that I have sometimes to put things in my body that are killing it or that we're not taking care of our bodies is just it's just really, really sad. And so
Or
this is
on.
or what?
Or on. In or on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just um so this is the time we start to think about that because end of the year reflections, we're all creating our word of the year, our business plan. I don't know about you, coach, but my list has started. These are my goals for the year, my goals for the company, my goals for my personal life. It's just a reflection. And as I went back, this is the book I keep it in. So I went back into 2023. I have hit 90% of my goals. I mean, it was just really
Good
kind of,
deal.
I was going to hire another coach this year. I was going to expand KM Health Coaching. I was going to do all of these things, and we've hit all of those goals. And so, regardless, health wise, business wise, personal wise, create that list. Put 2024 together in a journal and say, where do I want to be this time next year? And as you're looking at this, I look and I think, okay, did I hit those health goals that I wanted to do? If you didn't, it's okay. But it's really, really humbling to reflect on those goals that you've made. And so we want to bring in the year, in the new year and end this year with some reflection of why, did you make your goals? Did you lose the weight that you told yourself you were going to do? Did you replace your body fat with lean muscle? Did you do all of these things? And if not, why? It's good to ask yourself why. What was it that held you back from making those goals? And I told Stephanie I was going to use her as an example. I don't typically do this, but I think she'll be okay with this. But I met with her yesterday and she is like super duper excited to start on Christmas. And I'm like, Stephanie, why are you going to start on Christmas? That's very atypical. She says, why not? That blew my mind. Why
Mhm.
not? Because a lot of these folks, are thinking there's no way I can lose weight over the holiday season. There's no way that, I could actually, why would I want to? Because I'll have to turn down all of these things. Well, Stephanie had the courage to come say, how do I ketoize Christmas? Like, wow.
That's amazing.
That is, and as a coach's heart, you have a coach's heart too. You're like,
Yeah.
come on, let's
Yeah.
talk about it. Let's talk
Let's
about the
get it.
fact that you can actually lose weight this week,
Yeah.
And so there's not a reason to put it off. There's not a reason to say, oh, January 1st. Now, I love January 1st. I love New Year's resolutions. My goals are kind of like my resolutions. This is what I want to do this year. This is what I want to, this is my word of the year, right? But you don't have to wait and you don't have to pack on 10 pounds before the new year.
Right.
You can stop that cycle right now, get a head start. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's talk about little tips about that. Let's imagine that we had our perfect world as health coaches and we are like, We're starting today, Coach. What do I do? How can I get through Aunt Betty's cream puff pie that's coming to Christmas? Where do I start? What do I do to start my journey? Because come January 1st, absolutely, we're kicking it into gear and we're going to be different people this time next year. I've got several clients who have hit their 100-pound goal. They started with me in January. They hit their 100-pound goal. They didn't let anything get in the way. They just did it, right? So how can we clone those clients to where next year, this time, yay, Coach, I hit my 100-pound goal. I reversed my type 2 diabetes. I reversed my PCOS. How do we do that? What's the first step?
So the first one that comes to mind as you set up that scenario is to have your why and your drive in front of your eyes at all times. Mm-hmm. We can have that. I mean, I remember your story with your son sitting at the table with, having the surroundings of everything was like a still picture, but you felt that moment. That is a good why. That is a good why to start. Now, how do we keep that why in front of us the entire time? Because usually when when things aren't going our way in weight loss, we start to let doubt, we start to let sabotaging that you talk about, all of these things start to slip in front, and then our why starts to get into the back.
Yeah.
Like it's shoved into the back.
We let the crisis take over.
We do. We let the crisis take over. And so we need to have our why and our drive, the thing that's going to drive us to continue moving on, to continue to lose that weight if that's what your goal is. If it's health style change, then what is going to keep you having that lifelong goal in mind rather than short term? Yeah. What's going to have you do that? So keeping those in mind is, we like to talk about vision boards. Like Monica's goals are also her vision board. She can go back and she can resort to, I had this in my list of things that I want to do.
And I don't put it in just this book.
No.
So because this book is going to start cluttering my desk, right? I like a clean desk. I like to put things away. I love my books in the shelf where they're supposed to go. My vision board, you can't see it here, but my vision board is directly across from me on the wall. Now I go to Hobby Lobby and I created this really beautiful one. So it just matches my whole decor in here. But when I'm looking at you, across from you is my vision board. Across from you is numbers of things I wanted to change in the company, numbers that I wanted to meet. By the way, we did meet this year. Things that I want to do. I want to speak in front of 2,000 women. That's on my vision board. I want to help change the lives of these women who are struggling in their weight. That number 2,000 is right across the screen from me, and I see it every single day.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I was about to say with, besides having a written, you can also have your visual, but then also keeping little tidbits around the house. So it's not just in one place. So whether that be a sticky note, I know it's a lot of inspirational speakers idea of like writing on a mirror, seeing it every day. Where are you typically? If it's at your desk, having something across the desk, that's a great way. Your refrigerator. But I'm passionate about, encouraging my clients to journal it out. So that then as they are journaling it out and having a gratitude journal, you're constantly thinking of these things in your brain. So you're carrying your brain around with you everywhere you go, but you also have to do this daily or, at least once a week to get this in your head at all times. Yeah. So that's one great.
Well, even scripture, for those of you who are persons of faith, even scripture says that without vision, the people perish. Yeah. And so even I love going to scripture to say, okay, why do I need to know this? Why do I need to prepare? And it's written in there. Vision boards are in the Bible, believe it or not. Right.
Right. So what would be, moving on from there, what would be our next point of how do you end the year full force instead of letting things slide?
Yeah.
What is that?
So when we come back, we'll talk about that.
All right.
I love it. Oops. We gotta rev it up for you, Darce. You're blurry. There's something.
I think we're back.
Yeah, we are.
There's such this delay. I don't know if it's because it's so cold that it's freezing up all the wires, but
I think so.
things
Well, we'll wait till you're back fully in operation
here
before
I
we
am.
continue. But hey, by the way, if you guys like I have gotten so many compliments as we posted our videos on the new recipe program and the new meal plan program we have. That is not me in the background creating those videos, because if it was me, we would have a black screen. So, Coach, you do an amazing job on those videos. I love it. I love it. I laugh at that last one because my knees look like knobby knees. It's hilarious. So, what else
I didn't make that, by the way.
So along with making lists and along with keeping your vision in front of you, what is the next thing that we can do to prepare ourselves for January 1st? We don't have to sabotage on Christmas. So all of the festivities, now a lot of people have already had them, and I've been so impressed with our clients because in my head, we haven't had any of the festivities yet. And so in my head, we haven't started Christmas yet. But as I'm meeting with clients this week, they're like, yeah, we had Christmas this week and I nailed it. One of the things that our clients do is they have tough conversations with their family members. If you watch all of those weight loss shows, Dr. Now is at the top of my mind. I love that little man. He's such a funny man, such a great man. He just needs a health coach to go along with his little surgeries that he does. But one of the things that he has always said, and one of the things that I noticed on these shows is there's always an enabler. When we have unhealthy people, there's always an enabler that will say, hey, just one bite won't hurt you. It's just one bite. You're not going to gain a pound or two, by one bite. So you will always have that enabler. I am shocked if I have, and I do have clients who have a 100% support system in place. But there's always that one Aunt Sally who comes into, why aren't you eating my pie? I slaved over the stove for that. Or I made you a drink. I took time to make you a drink and you're not eating it. Sometimes, guys, we just have to put on a tough face and we have to see our healing as more important than any other thing in the room. And sometimes we have to have tough conversations with those around us who love us and have good intentions behind us. But upcoming, I mean, even beyond Christmas and beyond this next couple of weeks, beyond that, you may have to sit down and have some tough conversations with your family and friends. And they wouldn't second guess us. They wouldn't put pressure if we had a peanut allergy, let's say, or we had a gluten intolerance. They wouldn't put that pressure behind us, or most people wouldn't, if they knew it was a life and death situation. I'm telling you, I work with clients that it is a life and death situation. And there are sometimes we've got to just step up to the plate and say, listen, I don't care. I'm going to love you regardless. I'm going to love hanging out with you. I'm going to enjoy my time with you, but my health is more important to me at this point. And I have to have a hard conversation with you that says my health is first. And this is what my new life looks like. And please don't sabotage me. Please don't enable me. Please help me stand up to what I would like to do for the rest of my life with my health. So having a hard conversation sometimes, and it's the dark side of this podcast that we're doing. It's dark because we don't want to hurt our family and friends. But sometimes either they're doing it intentionally, and that is a possibility. Sometimes we have those who may be overweight as well and are seeing our progress and seeing, oh, I'm not doing that, so I'm going to bring this person down. And sometimes it's legitimately uneducated people who don't understand what will happen if I take that first bite as a food addict, right?
Yeah, right.
They don't understand that sabotage. So sometimes it's good to have that hard conversation on the front side. Then you can have fun the rest of the season, right?
Yep. And in doing that, that's where you can go into what, our 4 Ps, because we gained a new P last night in our conversation with the group. So we talk about the 3 Ps, and a lot of other coaches out there talk about the 3 Ps. We may ask what those are, which I'm going to add another one. but it's being prepared. So being prepared not only food wise when you're going to these parties or these events, but being prepared to have that conversation, in a kind conversation, as Monica was talking about, with those people that are trying to, that are not understanding, or they don't see what they're doing wrong. The next one is being prepared for, being prepared. What is it? Pre-thinking, pre-planning, and preparing. Those are the 3 Ps. So using all of those Ps. And then one of our clients is talking about pre-tracking your food
Mm.
choices, like, so that you know that it's not necessarily set in stone, but it helps you think
Mhm.
that it is set in stone, so you're not going out
Yeah.
and having the things that you're tempted by. So
Yes.
making sure that you're planning really well with
Mhm.
what those events have for you in store.
Yes. Oh, that's so
Mm.
true. When you pre-track, it's a lot easier to stay on plan when it's already in there. You've already given yourself permission to do this. It's already in your macros. It's already there. You don't have to do anything. You just follow the plan and you can always click delete. If you go and you're like, "Oh, I didn't eat this," you can always click adjust, delete, those kinds of things. So pre-tracking it, that was a great
Yep.
time, but pre-thinking, preparing, and pre-planning. And
Yes.
all of that can be done within minutes,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
The other thing is we don't believe in diet. We don't believe in what we call keto martyrs. So contacting your coach, letting her know, hey, I'm going here. What can I do? I loved in our group session yesterday, we had a client post something, a picture of a really, really yummy treat. And she's like, hey, gang, how can I ketoize this? And everybody just swooped in to say, okay, yeah, very simple ingredient changes here.
Yep.
And so she was preparing for that and did not want to go to Christmas and eat carrots or eat broccoli, right? She
Right.
wanted to go fully prepared. We love shout out to Bake Bye Bye here. And
Yep.
I know you've gotten to know her.
Yes.
You're in southern portion Indiana, but you've gotten to know her as well. She's our lifesaver. She takes care of our clients and gives them the keto meals and the yummy treats and the yummy sweets that they need to take to their family events. She's amazing. So find yourself a vibe, find yourself and go support them. By the way, small business, it's hard.
Rough.
So hard. And if you have a keto bakery, if you've got an in town small business, go support them because they do miracles for us, right?
It's so true.
All
So
right.
the next one I have would be, and basically when you are making your goals
Mhm.
and you are headed out into the world, this is a way of convincing yourself that you can do it, because it is possible that you can do these things,
It
because,
is.
and we tell ourselves every single day that we're kind of flaky on ourselves. When it comes to other people, we expect them to keep their promises and their words that they
Mhm.
say to be held as truth.
Mhm.
But when it comes to our own selves, we can easily break our promises. We can easily flake out. So I encourage clients to use their power words. And when
Yeah.
I say using their power words, it means that I am, I will, I'm going to. Those are
Mhm.
very strong, powerful power words that we can convince ourselves that we are capable of doing these things. I kind of used the example last night about sports. When people are going out, like maybe a basketball player, when he's going out on the court, he's not going to sit out there saying, "Oh, I think I can." They're kind of scary looking. I don't know if I can do this. Like, I've worked really hard at this, but I don't know if I'm able to, beat these guys in this game. No, they're not doing that. They're going out. They're they're measuring themselves up to these guys and saying, "Oh, I've got this. I've got the skills. I've worked really hard at doing this." They have amped themselves up to using those
Oh,
power words.
oh yeah.
Why do we easily break promises to ourselves? Why do we easily say, I'm going to do this? Maybe. I think I can. I'm
Yeah.
going to try.
Yeah.
Not trying is great, but
It's
doing,
human nature to take the path of least resistance. So if you have a weak power word, you're going to take the weak
yeah,
route. It's
yep,
human nature, right?
yes. So doing it is the most important part of that whole thing and how you are going to utilize those power words.
Right.
So
So here's a secret with that goes along with that, Darce. When you're making your goals, I want you to start thinking about your New Year's resolutions. I want you to start. I love them. We're not dissing those things at all. I love January 1st. We all had a January 1st. Mine was June 12th. It was the day I changed my life. So one of the things that goes along with what Coach Darcy is saying is when you're using your power words, we need them to be realistic. Okay. So when I'm thinking about going back to the gym after I hurt my hip and my knee and all of that, when I'm thinking about going back to the gym in January, yes, I'm going back to the gym, but I am not committing to going 5 days a week. That is the mistake a lot of people do when they use those big power words, like you were saying, power jobs or power resolutions. They're like, I'm going to the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to go down to 800 calories. I'm going, not even possible. You have to create goals and resolutions that you can actually attain. And then once you attain them and you live them for about 90 days, then it's time to add on. It's time to build. It's time to do those things. So when you and as you are creating these goals and these resolutions, you've got to make them attainable, right? We have 3 minutes left, Darcy. What would be your final words to somebody who's like, I really crapped over my body this year. I had such good intentions. I really failed. What do we tell them? How do they get back on track? And what do we need them to do for this next 2 weeks before the resolution time?
I would say you're not alone. We obviously isolate ourselves when we feel like we're the only ones struggling. We see all these people on the social media doing really well, losing weight.
Mhm.
Listen, you're not alone. It's not your season yet, and maybe maybe this is your season, this upcoming year that you are going to get your health back.
Can determine it is. Absolutely.
So when you um are making these thoughts in your head, knowing that there is a way out, and medication is not necessarily the answer.
Nope.
If medication is not the answer, the next step is finding yourself a coach that knows what that has been through that has walked through the mud,
Lives it.
that
Yeah.
lived it, and that understands what it takes to get out of the mud. That is nothing to be ashamed about.
Mm-mm.
Finding somebody to help you, it's not a shameful thing. We are there for you to be able to learn those tools a lot faster than what we did.
Mhm.
We had to learn them. We had to experience them as well. But
Mhm.
we have our tool belt ready and available for others to learn
Schedules are
as
filling
well.
up. The schedules are filling up, so you
Yeah,
might want to keep that in mind as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Busiest time for health coaches is January 1st.
Yeah.
So if you want a spot on our calendar, move quickly.
Now is the time.
The other thing that I need to say too is as everything else in life with the recession and all of that, prices will be going up in January. So if you secure your spot with before January 1st, you get the 2023 prices, which is a really cool deal. So don't be hesitant to reach out for help. Don't say I can do this on my own. If you say I can do this on my own, here's what I want you to do. I want you to think about your past dieting experiences. How's it gone for you? Has it gone okay for you? If not, okay, we got to do something different. So
Yep.
we are so excited to be here today. We are here every Tuesday morning at 11 a.m. We will be here next week at 11 a.m. as well.
Will we
Um,
though?
I
Will we?
believe we will. Oh no, we will. I don't.
I mean,
I
we
don't
can
know.
always do it here. I don't know.
I don't know if we'll be here or not next week, but
We might make
oh
it
gosh,
Wednesday.
it's good to see everybody. We hope you have a Merry Christmas, and we want you to stay safe, stay blessed, stay on target. Start your goals. Start writing them down now. All right. So we will see you next couple of weeks at 11 a.m. every Tuesday morning. Take care, everyone.
Bye.